Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Today, I'm working on another tape, which was part of a collection that I've been working on for the past couple months. This one here, I wanted to point out, was a real interesting video. Back in the day, when you used one of these CV skip field machines, you had to make sure you make sure the tape wraps around this tension pin right here. It goes around the pin and then around this plastic roller. Well, on this particular tape, it was not done, so I tried to recover it the normal way, and the video was just all over the place. Would not stabilize it. The tension was just was no tension there because they didn't have tension in the first place. So I've noticed this problem many times. I've done many videos with this issue, so I knew about the problem for a very long time because I have tapes just like this. So I came up with a solution to stick a screwdriver right there. It loosens up the band a little bit like it was the way they did it, and voila, you started getting stable video. So as you can see, I'm getting stable video out of it right now. Yeah, you got to be able to identify problems with videotapes when you do video transfers. There's a lot of issues with vintage video. And when you do a lot of tapes like this, you come up with a lot of little tricks, a lot of solutions that will allow you to get your tape stabilized, and you can spot that they didn't use the machine correctly very easily. From the minute I played the tape, I knew what they did because I've seen this on hundreds of tapes. If you don't use that tension band and wrap it around like you're supposed to when you load the tape in these machines, you're running it without tension. And when you try to play it back with tension, the tape is going to be all over the place. And I know this problem. I've seen it a million times, but this is my quick fix. You use a screwdriver, pulls the tension away, and voila, you now got a stabilized video. Yeah, it's not real hard to figure out. Once you do enough of these tapes, you can figure out the problems and the solutions and why it's doing what it's doing and why it's not doing what it's doing. Like I said, guys, I'm a professional with this stuff. I've been doing this a very long time. So I've seen every videotape problem there is, literally. Down to machines, down to tracking, down to tension, improper loading, improper playback, improper tension, clogged video head recordings, bad belts on a machine that were the way it was recorded, you name it. There's so many issues with these reel-to-reel machines, it's not even funny. It was a very poor format of the time, and big time with this thing was the lockup on these machines. The video heads would have a certain tension, and if the video drive wasn't proper with good belts, you'd get issues. Well, anyways, there's a lot of issues with these machines, and I've been doing it for over 30 years, so if you want the best possible transfer there is, that would be me, because I know every trick there is with these machines. But anyways, as you can see, transfer's coming out halfway decent considering the lockup issues and the tension issues. It is coming out pretty good, and we'll at least get a halfway decent transfer out of this tape. Again, I wanted to point out that this particular tape was very sticky. Had to bake it for 2 days. These brown tapes in musty storage areas get very sticky and kind of mildewy, and you have to bake them. They have to go through a real high baking process. But this one wasn't done very well. They just didn't load it on the machine properly because you have a pin right there. The tape should have went around that pin. It didn't. So my solution is a screwdriver that holds it in position at a certain tension. I learned this trick many years ago, and especially with tapes that have this issue, and voila, you'll get the tape to actually keep its tension and tracking. Not an easy thing to do, folks, because these tapes do have their issues. But anyways, when you have CV tapes that don't want to track or they jump around a lot, it's because of poor machines, the way they were recorded, or the way you recover the tape. And if you don't know the little tricks and have good serviced machines, you're not going to be able to get around this problem. Hope you enjoyed this video.